Hi guys, you're watching Evan and Evergreen Minimalism. My name is Evan and I make videos about minimalism, decluttering, and motherhood. Today I wanted to do an update on where I am with decluttering and talk a little bit about how things have been since Godfrey, my dog, passed away. Today is Wednesday, and on Saturday, my dog, Godfrey Govinda, who I had for just shy of 12 years, passed away somewhat unexpectedly. My daughter and I spent the whole day at home with her as she was slowly declining throughout the day. And then the next day, on Easter Sunday, we buried her at my mom's house. And we did that because my mom plans on staying in that house. They don't plan on moving or selling it. And we live in a rental. I didn't really consider the option of getting her cremated. I really couldn't have afforded it if I wanted to. And even if I could have afforded it, I've heard that when they do cremations, they put several animals together and you're not just getting your pet's ashes. So I absolutely did not want that. And I don't know if that is true or not. I haven't done the research on it. It's something that I've heard in passing. I did not have $400 or whatever it might have been to be able to get her cremated. And every pet that I've ever had before that passed away, we've always buried them. Godfrey was my one and only dog that I've ever had, so I've never had to bury a dog before. Yeah, so that's what we did on Sunday, which was Easter. And then after we came home and did our little egg hunt and gave my daughter her Easter basket, she has been handling things pretty well. She had a really hard time on Saturday when she was passing away, and then on Sunday when we buried her. But yesterday, Tuesday, and on Monday, she was really doing pretty good. I, on the other hand, had a really hard day on Monday, and then yesterday was a little bit better. I haven't fully absorbed kind of what's going on at this point. Before Godfrey passed away, on that Friday, I had a friend come over and help me declutter. And the day before that, on Thursday, I had decluttered on my own, and I was just feeling this really strong urge to get everything out of the house that I possibly could. And I'm thinking about how that and Godfrey ultimately passing away on Saturday may be connected. I mean, I don't know if on some level I knew that that was coming, and I'm not really sure. I felt this really kind of strange, strong feeling of just wanting to get everything I could out of here. And I mean, I often declutter and I often feel very strongly that I want to declutter, but Thursday and Friday was different. And I'm not exactly sure what is going on with me or where that is coming from. I am continuing to downsize. I'm continuing to minimize. And I think for a little while I had kind of plateaued or kind of gotten stuck because I was feeling like I want to continue to downsize and minimize, but there isn't really anything else for me to let go of. Well, so that's how I felt, in the past couple of months or so. And that has completely shifted. That Thursday and Friday, when I was purging the house, I was definitely letting go of things that I never thought I would part with. And I'm just taking it more and more seriously that I want my possessions and my footprint to just be as light and small as possible. And I really am getting more serious about purging and letting go of things that I'm not using. So, for example, I had a muffin tin for like a dozen cupcakes. I think my mom had given it to me a while ago, and I had never used it before since she's given it to me. I was thinking, well, of course I'm gonna keep this because of course at some point I'm going to want to make cupcakes for my daughter or for a party or whatever. Yesterday I took it out and put it in a pile of things to let go of because I was like, I'm not using it, I haven't used it, and if I did want to make something similar to cupcakes, I would just make a sheet cake and cut it into little squares or something along those lines. And yeah, so I put that in the pile of things to let go of. I have another pile of things over here to let go of that I might spin around and show you guys. I pulled out some more plates from my kitchen cabinet from the china set that I had been letting go of kind of piece by piece. I had gotten rid of the teapot a while ago and some other pieces that went with it, but I was keeping these plates because they're pink, and then I thought that I might use them for my daughter's birthday party or for some kind of springtime or Easter celebration. I haven't used them. I don't have room for them in my Easter or springtime bin. I made a little pile of those, and they are out in my front yard on the patio table. Sometimes I'll just put things there while I'm in the process of passing them on. So that is where I am in the moment. I had this collection of art history books that I was saving for my daughter, and I had been on the fence about letting go of some of them for quite a while. There were 10 of them altogether, and last night I took a little bit closer look at them, and I kept 5 and I pulled out 5 to part with. Each one in the series is on a different artist. I kept the 5 artists that I was most interested in, and then I'm gonna pass on the other 5. I had 2 pairs of jeans that I had been holding on to that I wanted to fit into at some point. Those are in the pile of things to let go. And then I have another little bag of random stuff. I had been holding onto those jeans for a couple of years now because they were pretty much brand new. I had bought them and they fit when I bought them, but very quickly they did not fit anymore, so I wasn't able to use them. And I was thinking, oh, at some point, you know, I'm gonna get back into that size. And yesterday I was trying to make a little bit more space in my closet, and I pulled them down and put them into my linen bin. And I was thinking, oh, well, you know, at some point I will definitely be able to wear these because now that Godfrey's not here anymore, I can focus more on myself and on my health and stuff like that. And anytime that I was giving to her, I can just use that to work on those things instead. So I put them in the bin in the middle of the day, and by bedtime last night I pulled them out and put them in the pile to let go of. Oh, and also a couple of nights ago I was thinking that I would like to get into the practice of journaling, and I didn't really have a place to sit and write. I do have a desk in my room, and it is definitely kind of a catch-all area. If things do pile up there, it is pretty easy to put everything back where it belongs and clear it off, but I would like to make it to where that doesn't happen to begin with. I cleared the desk, and then I did have a little tray there. I had some scented oils, some hair care products. I took all of those items and I put them into this dresser here. So I'm further consolidating. And the little tray, I ended up leaving that on my desk in hopes that the tray itself would be a catch-all. So if I did need to put something on the desk, it would just go into that tray and not take over the whole entire desk. I have my giveaway items stacked up on the desk, but they will make it into my car today. I'd like the desk to be more usable where I can actually sit down there and write. This chair that I'm sitting on is in the place where Godfrey's bed was. I am keeping her bed for now. It needs to be washed. It's in my car. And I have filmed in this spot a few times. I would usually move her bed out of the way and then put the chair here. But now this chair is just going to stay here. I had taken the painting down that was on my desk. It was on this wall here. I hung it in the kitchen for a little while. And then I was thinking maybe I would put it over the desk, but I think I'm gonna put it back on this wall and lower it a little bit so it acts like a nice backdrop for when I sit in this spot and make a video. And I did also order a tripod with a ring light on it, and it has come in. I haven't taken the time yet to read the instructions and mess with it. Hopefully I'll be able to use it soon for a future video. I feel like my minimalism and decluttering videos are very different from other people. It's really just my perspective and my experience with minimalism. I feel like I have a lot of tips and techniques and information about minimalism and decluttering that I can share. My goal right now is more just to share my individual experience and how I am navigating this big downsize. I honestly think that it's not very relatable. I don't think that most people would want to go to the extent that I'm going to, and I think that some people could possibly be put off because if they watched my videos on decluttering, they might think that I'm implying that they need to go this far, or maybe they would get scared that they would get the bug and like ultimately end up wanting to go this far when really that's not what they want to do. This shift really kind of started last year in the fall, kickstarted this new phase of minimalism for me, and even since I've been in it, I've wanted to go even further than I maybe thought that I would, or thought that I would feel comfortable with. I think that in the last year or so, ultimately, I really have wanted to minimize and downsize as much as I possibly could, but I didn't, like I have said that I thought that I would never ever be an extreme minimalist because I'm just too attached to my stuff and that I like pretty things. The china was always something that I thought, oh, I enjoy it so much, I will never want to let it go. But in the past week or the past couple of months, that has definitely shifted. So maybe one day I will be an extreme minimalist, I don't know. I do have lots of holiday decor and I have lots of sentimental decor. I have photo albums, I have cards, I have some journals and things like that. I couldn't see myself letting them go, but right now I wouldn't want to. Who's to say how I'll feel in the future? I really don't know. So I'm going to continue to share my experience, my version of minimalism, and I continue downsizing. I'm going to show you guys my little declutter pile that I have going on here. Like I said, I have another one going out in the front yard. Consolidating and further embracing the container concept, I have consolidated in a couple of other areas in the house. What I've been doing is taking something that was maybe just in a closet or in a cabinet or on a shelf, and then using a container. And all of these things have been containers that I've had in the house and contained it into an actual container, so it has some more clear-cut limit. And that's been working really good for me. It just feels really good. It feels nice to have those boundaries in place and to know that if not everything fits, something has to go, or if something gets added in, something has to go. It feels really good. So if you guys have watched to this point in the video, I would love to have you subscribe. I would love to grow my channel and share minimalism and decluttering with more people. If you like the video, please give it a like. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. And if you have any videos that you would like to see from me in the future, go ahead and put them down below and I'll see if I can make a video on it. And I hope you find something to declutter today to make your life more peaceful and stress-free and enjoyable, ultimately, in the end, because that's what this really is all about. So see you guys in the next one. Bye. I've got my art history books that I'm letting go of, 2 pairs of black jeans. There's a little bag here. I'm letting go of my balance ball thing. So this is the little inflator that goes with it.
And look,
this is a bag to put some items in. This is what this shelf is looking like.